Hey everybody! I was going to try and make this intro to this countdown have a little bit of backstory, have a little bit of, I don't know, character and flavor to it, give you a stage, if you will, to set the scene. But somebody had different plans.
Yeah, all this over-preparation is boring and slow, so how about we just get to the good part?
I'm Drill88.
And I'm Voice in the Shadows.
And this is Top 10 Nostalgic Cartoon Intros.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Initiate sequence.
Let's start off this countdown with an intro so good, the bass line alone makes me want to watch the series again.
He's a phantom.
Danny Phantom is, in my opinion, the best Nickelodeon show ever made. Between an awesome setting, amazing characters, and brilliant design, it is a must-see. And that intro!
His molecules got all rearranged.
It sets the stage, lets you know what's happening if you haven't been watching the series, and just sounds so dang cool from the start. There's no real reason why it's so low on the list, I just wanted to start this list off strong. And Danny Phantom seemed as strong a start as any, taking the number 10 slot.
Danny Phantom.
Not all superheroes wear capes, but this one's very proud of his cape, and everything else for that matter. If you ask me why Darkwing Duck is so amazing, I really couldn't tell you. Maybe it was the era of Disney cartoons causing nostalgia. Maybe it was Darkwing Duck being so different from the typical hero you find in cartoons. Maybe it was the backup vocals in the intro.
Let's get dangerous.
It's probably the backup vocals. The musical score in this is so delicious to listen to. It perfectly sets the scene for how DW sees himself. Cool, mysterious, and a brilliant crime fighter. Which is a polar opposite of how he actually is, and it's hilarious. Not to mention his catchphrase, which is awesome in its own right. For this, Darkwing Duck takes the number 9 slot.
Let's get dangerous.
The next contender on the list is here for one very simple reason. Best Nintendo cartoon ever.
Kirby, 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 that's the name you should know. Kirby, 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 he's the star of the show. He's more than you think, he's got maximum pink. Kirby, Kirby, Kirby's the one.
Yeah, I'll say it. Kirby is better than the Mario Brothers Super Show, better than the Cringe Fest of Legend of Zelda, better than Pokemon, and better than Captain N, the Game Master. I remember watching this and being so excited because it was freaking Kirby on screen and being adorably amazing and awesome. The intro has to be my favorite part. I love the lyrics, the backup music, the tempo, the beat. It is all amazing.
Oh, Kirby, 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 saving the day. Kirby, 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 he's here to stay.
And that's pretty much it. Number 8 goes to Kirby. Right back at ya.
Right back at ya. Yeah.
Hats off to the other 5 kids who remember this show on Saturday morning.
Fighting Buddha is something incredible. These monsters once were edible, so everybody take a look at combat creatures you can cook. Fighting Buddha, Saturday or in between. Fighting Buddha.
What can you really say about fighting foodons? It's literally Star Wars Pokemon food battles. And while the show itself is pretty corny and lackluster at times, the intro is really where the meat of it all is.
Carefully select your recipes.
Pizza will attack with gooey cheese.
Power up the fried rice with some peas.
The energy of the intro reminds me of those insurance commercials with the singing Vikings, and the tune is super catchy too. It's upbeat, dramatic, orchestral in nature, but funny in delivery. For this diamond in the rough, I give it the number 7 slot.
When you say Ninja Turtles, most people think of the classics from 1987. But me, my love came for the second animated series. I really feel like this reboot doesn't get enough love. I know that the hype behind its reveal was off the charts, and with an intro like this, how could it not be? Fast pace, it had the cool edge, and the visuals were a big shift from everything we were used to at the time.
Never fight unless someone else starts. Always stick together no matter what. If all else fails, then it's time to keep
I remember watching this and getting super levels of excited, because when I was young, I never had the option to watch the old Ninja Turtles. It could be pure nostalgia, but without a doubt, TMNT takes the number 6 slot on our list.
Watch out for Shredder!
They're like no others. Cause Teenage Brothers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
There's really not much to say here. There's no vocals, it's all orchestral in score, and it's instantly recognizable.
1,000 years ago, superstition and the sword ruled. It was a time of darkness. It was a world of fear. It was the age of gargoyles. Stone by day, warriors by night. We were betrayed by the humans we had sworn to protect, frozen in stone by a magic spell for 1,000 years. Now here in Manhattan, the spell is broken, and we live again.
Strong in presence, powerful in presentation, setting up the story to be an epic beyond epics. There's not much to say here. Gargoyles is number 5 on this list.
We are defenders of the night. We are gargoyles.
Let's take a look at another classic from the golden age of Disney. Strap yourselves in for a high-riding adventure over Cape Suzette. Oh, that laugh! You know what you're watching the moment you hear it. Tailspin has got to be one of my favorite cartoons growing up, simply because of what it was. Characters from the Jungle Book in an alternate universe where Baloo piloted a giant plane, and old King Louie runs a nightclub and wears a Hawaiian shirt. The intro is fun and upbeat, and it has that vibe that was in the Jungle Book. And honestly, I couldn't tell you the words to the song if I had to. It's just fun. It also introduces you to the world, lets you see several kinds of villains that pass by, and all in all, it's just one of the best. Keeping Cape Suzette interesting, Tailspin takes the number 4 slot.
If you were to ask me, what's my favorite DC superhero series? The answer is actually really simple, and it sounds something like this.
When there's trouble, you know who to call. Teen Titans! From their tower, they can see it all. Teen Titans!
Teen Titans. Before they became a series bent on screwing with fans and getting paid for it, this cartoon was hands down one of the most influential series of my childhood. getting me interested in the comics, learning about the DC Universe, and having my favorite voice actors of all time in it. I love you, Tara Strong. I just love this intro, either version of it, with the English or the Japanese lyrics. That's it. Done. It's awesome. Go watch it right now. Teen Titans takes 3rd place.
Teen Titans, go! 1, 2, 3, 4, go! Teen Titans!
I never said I had to like the cartoon the intro was based off of, but if anything, that should tell you just how awesome this particular intro is. I'll say it, I don't like the original Yu-Gi-Oh cartoon. I prefer GX, but there's no denying that Yu-Gi-Oh had one of the coolest intros ever. Despite being a platform for abridged masterworks, an unstoppable meme machine, and a trading card game that is growing in complication and stupidity on a massive scale, Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 1 still has that intro that just reeks of cool.
It's time to duel!
It's insane. This is a show about almost adults playing a children's card game with the spirits of Egyptian pharaohs and dark arts, and yet after listening to the intro, you just don't care. You are into it. For being ridiculously awesome in spite of itself, Yu-Gi-Oh! Takes 2nd place.
Numbers 10 through 2 were all inconsequential. You could have mixed them up in any order and the list would pretty much feel the same for me. Number 1, however, is the real reason I made this list.
This goes way beyond intros. This is the definitive anime Saturday morning cartoon for me. Everything else I picked up at a later date or was just pushed to the back to make room for this series.
Without further ado, number 1.
Go get your friends.
Metabots. Freaking Metabots. I love this show so much. The characters are simple and relatable, and yeah, pretty dumb at times, but the humor in the show is spot on. I love Icky's rise from loser in the schoolyard to savior of the world. I love Henry and his character's story and role. I even love the Rubber Robo gang. No one will ever beat Jesse and James from Pokemon, but the Rubber Robos are just fun and goofy bad guys, and at times could be genuinely threatening.
22nd century.
And Metabee. Thank you, Joseph Motiki, for having this character be one of the most interesting and funny characters in all of anime. His energy, his personality, Metabee is the best one could ask for as a friend and as a rival.
It's time to battle. Moral battle. Till you drop.
Metabots hit me in a way that no other series has. It got me into doing fan art. I wrote fan fiction, I collected the toys, I bought the video games. I made my own Metabots and came up with their skills, abilities, the whole 9 yards. Listening to the intro still makes my hair stand up. It's been 15 years since anything Metabots related has been released. And honestly, if I could ask for a reboot, or even a continuation of any series, it would be Metabots. And that's our list. What are some of your favorite nostalgic cartoon intros from way back in the day? Leave them down below and feel free to disprove me or tell me I'm wrong in the comments as well. That is totally up to you.
I also want to say a huge shout out to my sister Purple Sloth for helping me come up with this list. If we hadn't been talking about old school cartoons and the intros with them, I probably never would have made it. So hats off to you, sis.
Until next time, y'all, I'm Drill88.
And I'm Voice in the Shadows.
Signing out now. See you next time.
Like what you're watching? Like and comment below. Don't forget to subscribe.